Is it getting harder to get a mortgage in Canada? The answer is yes. And it's happening quietly without any major announcements. You would think with programs like 30-year amortizations for first-time buyers, qualifying for a mortgage would be getting easier, but it's not. The truth is, banks are getting more cautious. They're looking at a slowing economy, shaky employment trends, and a housing market that's no longer skyrocketing year after year. Here's why this matters. For years, steady 5% plus annual home price growth gave banks confidence. Collateral improved with time, and borrowers who hit financial trouble could easily refinance as home values rose. But today, house price growth has slowed, and in some areas, values have dropped. That safety net is gone, so banks are more careful. There was a time when losing your job meant you'd find a new one in 2 weeks. Part-time work was plentiful, and gig economy options like Uber or Skip the Dishes were fresh and growing. But now, those markets are saturated, and job security is less certain. Banks are worried about employment stability, and it shows in their stricter income reviews. So you say, what's changing? Banks are diving deeper into the fine print of mortgage applications. They're looking at income scrutiny. Part-time, bonus, and overtime income is now being reviewed with a microscope. Credit scores? If your score is below 700, you might face new restrictions designed to limit risk. For most people with stable, straightforward jobs and good credit, these changes might not be noticeable. But for anyone with irregular income or a lower credit score, qualifying for a mortgage is becoming a real challenge. This shift isn't about government policy. It's about banks responding to a more uncertain housing market and economy. It's subtle, it's gradual, but it's making life harder for anyone trying to break into the housing market. So while home prices may not be skyrocketing anymore, the barriers to owning one are only getting higher. Combine that with BC and Ontario's supply crisis, the dream of home ownership is slipping further away for many Canadians.